Hello folks, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna share with you something that Rawr aka Teamy Teamstars has been working the last few days. It's basically builds that are made for Orc Shaman with engineering and jubal crafting, for Enhancement Shaman, like this setup, different ways you can go, more attack power build, more armor penetration or spell power build. But first I'm gonna make this like a thing on every video that I'm posting for this month. I'm gonna make Google tell you a joke at the beginning of each video, so this is the first time.
Prepare to chuckle or groan. What kind of button can you not undo? A belly button.
Okay, that was the joke. Now let's go into the file that we have here. As you can see, this is for Wrath of the Lich King. The sims are made with Rawr EnhSim. Of course, our buffs, the buffs are present in the sim, plus flask and food. There is no ICC buff, as well as no potion or bloodlust or heroism. And input lag is like 250 milliseconds, which is most people have less than this, and the combat length was around 10 minutes to have more average DPS. Each of the gear setups that we have are using this spec. You can see it right here. That's the spec for the Enhancement Shaman, 19 points into Elemental, 51 into Enhancement. So again, this is the spec. And now the glyphs for attack power builds, Wind Fury, for hybrid Flame Tongue, and the other two you don't change it, Storm Strike and Fire Nova. As you can see here is a note rather typed that EnhSim simulate Fire Nova as the third best glyph, even for attack power build. This has to do something with the fact if gaps happen between rotation, Fire Nova can be used as a filler for a single target. Okay, so let's go into the priority system. This is for all builds and for single target, when you're DPSing bosses that it's only boss, you don't have any kind of trash around it. So pretty much it's 5 stack, and then you do lightning bolt, and the priority goes flame shock, storm strike, if no debuff, lightning shield, if no charges, magma totem, if no ticks left, fire elemental totem, then spirit wolves, shamanistic rage, earth shock, storm strike, fire nova, lava wash, magma totem, and lightning shield. As a note here, even for attack power or hybrid builds, EnhSim simulates the most DPS by prioritize like fire nova over lava lash. I don't think that is a surprise. Basically, Fire Nova does more damage than Lava Lash, even with attack power builds, while Lava Lash has a chance to provide 1 stack of Milestorm. So these are some notes that he typed. Also, he personally did try different combination by changing glyphs in priority, and this is the most optimal EnhSim calculate as a max DPS for the builds, like again Fire Nova, glyph over Lava Wash, even for attack power build. Yeah, as he's mentioned, the difference is not that big, so it's not gonna be the end of the world if you do it or not. The enchants that I recommend for all the builds are as it goes: hit, attack power crit, shoulders, attack power crit, back is haste, chest is 10 all stats, wrist is like a 50 attack power, hands, because we are using engineering the haste that we can use every 1 minute. So waist is the socket inside, like Sir attack power crit, and the feet are crit. Both weapons, the enchant is like berserking, no change there. So about Gear, you can see the gear, it's sanctified pretty much, just the hands are not sanctified, and you can see also the gems that are going into every piece of item that you're gonna use. In the head, in the chest, you can see the gems here, in the legs as well, the shoulders, and at the bottom here is the gear, and on the bottom you can see the stats that this gear setup and gaming is gonna have, and the DPS as well. You're gonna pull like 13k to 30 as well. This is like a more normal setup, like classic hit haste build. If we go down we're gonna see our second build, which is more focused to ARP. So again, the head, okay, it's going so fast. Again, the head with the meta and again the chest with the gems red and blue one, the legs with the gems like one red, one yellow, the shoulders again one blue, the hands yellow and red gem, the back yellow gem that is go inside the wrist, the red gem that is go inside the waist, again the gems inside the feet, the neck, like both fingers, trinkets that you want to use, the weapons as well, what gems are going there, and here at the bottom you can see the stats that you're gonna have with this build. The damage is a bit less than the previous one, but this build is more towards ARP, like he said it. Like the next build is a mixed one, so pretty much mixed build, that's the gear in the games that go inside. You can see it here. The trinkets as well, like every piece of gear that you're using in every game that you should be putting inside this gear. Again, these are the stats that you're gonna take. The damage is a bit low as well for the mixed build, and the hybrid one. It's the last build that I rather put as a suggestion. So this is the gear: head, chest, legs, shoulder, hands, back, and the gems that go wrist, waist, like feet, neck, finger. All trinkets, the weapon, the spell power one, a main hand, and Havoc on the other hand as an offhand. And these are the stats you will have with this gear setup and the damage you're gonna pull. As you can see, all these 4 builds have pretty much not such noticeable difference in terms of DPS, but in Rawr EnhSim, like the best, at least from these gear setups that Rawr tried, the best DPS is the first one. Like you can say the normal one that goes with hit and haste, but the difference is just so little. Like as you can see, this is the best one, how much damage is pulling, and the one with mixed with spell power, it's seeming just like under 50 DPS less, so the damage difference it's not much at all. He put this gear setup, so depend what kind of gear you have, you can try if you wanna play Enhancement Shaman, because I know most of you probably like Enhancement Shaman. It's fun class, he can pull good DPS numbers and stuff. That's why I'm sharing this with you. I'm gonna put a link to this file into the video description below so you can enjoy it. Have a good one and take care, guys. Goodbye.